Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like Generative AI and Emerging Technologies, HR and Learning and Development, Project Management and Agile Scrum, ISO and Quality Management, Information Security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like Generative AI and Emerging Technologies, HR and Learning and Development, Project Management and Agile Scrum, ISO and Quality Management, Information Security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, wherever you are joining from. We'll be starting a session now. Please allow me a minute so I can share my screen and we can start for the session. Here we go. I hope my screen is visible to you all. And thank you so much for joining today's session. A warm welcome to you all to Global Skill Development Council AI Studio, solving coaching and learning challenges with generative AI, with a theme that is reimagining learning experiences and academic innovation through AI. My name is Preetham. I'll be here as a host for this session. If you need any assistance during this session, feel free to reach out to me over the chat box and I'll make sure that I'll take care of. And as you all know that we had this amazing panel of speaker aligned for this entire series, right? So today we'll be having the fourth session. The series is scheduled from 3rd November till 7th November. Tomorrow we'll be having the last session of this series with the time slot that is 7:30 a.m. Central, 8:30 p.m. Singapore time, and 6 p.m. IST, which is Indian Standard Time. So please do join us for the remaining session as well. So before I could hand over the session to our speaker, would love to quickly introduce our hosting organization, GSDC. So we known as Global Skill Development Council. We are vendor agnostic, vendor neutral. We are globally recognized certification body, and we are accredited by ANSI and ABICP. We do have 100 plus certification portfolio with us, and we have certified more than 250,000 professionals across the globe. We have 500 SMEs. Those are subject matter expert, industry experts. So they work with us closely to design our deliverables, and we are associated with 1,000 multinational corporates and 500 Fortune companies and 50 plus universities across the globe. And I'm very proud to inform you all that we do have 100 plus authorized training partner across the globe. We have partner in Asia, Africa, Canada, America, and many other countries. So I would love to thank you, those who have joined us to our training partner channel. In case if you're looking for any training program for yourself, you can reach out to our training partner to have an inquiry about it. So I'll share the link in the chat box so you can reach out to them in case if you're looking for any training program for yourself. A special thanks to our official media partner, World Press Hub, for covering all our events and press releases. Let me quickly introduce you all to GSDC AI Studio, where we are providing 100 plus live session monthly basis, which is led by global expert, which includes 4 daily session, which is 45 minutes of impactful sessions, which is led by experts, right? And you'll be getting hands-on learning. Also, the sessions from global expert. As I said that these sessions are led by global experts, so you'll be able to get to directly learn from the global expert around the world, and also you'll be getting hands-on practice where you can apply the concept immediately. And in case if you have any doubts regarding the session, you can resort that session sorry the question instantly with the help of our SMEs. And of course the training which is aligned with the industry standards for job ready skills. So these all benefits you'll be getting with the GSDC AI Studio. Now, coming to the accessing part, how you can access this, you can start your learning right away for 30 days free access, where you will be providing 80 plus live sessions monthly and access to full GSDC Studio. And after 30 days, you can go for GSTC lifelong membership with $109, where you'll be getting access for a lifetime, and then 80 plus live sessions monthly basis. You can have the access to full GSTC studio, free GSTC membership, access to all our physical events, LinkedIn profile improver. And the third step is that you can opt out for GSTC certification lifetime membership with $100. This is limited time offer, where you will be getting GSDC certification, all benefits of lifetime membership, personalized coaching, capstone project plus AI tools, GSDC Copilot, and assessment tools. So you can get in touch with a learning advisor to get more information and any help that you require with GSDC AI Studio. So as I mentioned in my previous slide, we do have 100 plus certification portfolio, which includes certification on L&D and HR, Gen AI, Agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO, project management, Agile DevOps, SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and so on. In case if you are looking for any of this certification in order to upskill yourself or to stay industry relevant, you can definitely reach out to a learning advisor. Check our website for more information regarding all these certifications. So without any further delay, I would love to quickly introduce our today's speaker, Amita Kapoor. She's a founder at Napier, and she'll be taking us through the topic that is AI augmented classroom, designing lessons, content, and presentation with generative AI. So just let me quickly tell you more about Amita. So Amita, as I said, she's the co-founder of Napier and Retard, leading initiatives at the intersection of digital transformation and generative AI. And IMF STX expert, she partners with governments and international organizations to implement AI-driven solution in public financial management. A best-selling author and globe educator, Amita teaches at the University of Oxford and conducts workshop worldwide. Through Return, she pioneers program integrating AI, cognitive science, psychology, and computational neuroscience, focusing on research-driven, ethical, and scalable AI deployments. We are very delighted to have you, Amita, again at GSDC for the session today. A warm welcome to you, and you can have the handover of the virtual mic now. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks, Preetam, so much for the introduction. Let me just share my screen and then we are good to start. My screen is visible?
Yes.
Okay, fine. A very good day to everyone. And before I start, I would like you to take a moment and think about that feeling. It's about 8 p.m. on Sunday. The weekend is officially over, and that familiar low grade anxiety for the week ahead starts to creep in. You open your laptop, and what is staring back at you? A blank lesson planner. The need to create three different versions of a worksheet for 30 different learners. A mountain of grading that seems to have magically multiplied since Friday. And of course, that one presentation you have been putting off, which you now have to build from scratch. That feeling, that Sunday night feeling, that is the feeling of an impossible job. It is the feeling of burnout. My name is Amita Kapoor, and as Preetham has very nicely introduced me, I'm here to help us end this Sunday night problem. And as Preetham told you about me, my background is a little bit varied. I am a bit of tech translator, co-founder of a company, and work with some organizations like IMF on how to design and implement AI-driven solutions. I've also written some of the books on deep learning and artificial intelligence. But at my core, I'm an educator. And I don't mean that lightly. Before I co founded any company or wrote any textbook, I spent 25 years of my life in a full time teaching role at University of Delhi. I have been in the classroom, I've taught the graduate classes, the undergraduate classes, I've supervised the PhD students, and I know what that Sunday night feeling is because I've lived it for decades. Today, I also teach at University of Oxford, but my real passion, the reason I'm standing here, is exploring not just the technology of AI, but the human side of it. I've spent my career with one foot in high-tech world of AI and the other for 25 years planted firmly in the very human world of the classroom. And I'm here today because I truly believe one of those worlds is about to save the other. Which brings me to the topic. So, when you see a title like AI Augmented Classroom, the mind might go a bit scary and think like job replacement. I want you to offer a different vision. Look at the teacher on this particular image. He is doing the most human, most important work possible, connecting, guiding, mentoring. And our goal is not to replace him. Our goal is to get rid of the 10 hours of administrative drudgery that is stopping him from doing more of that. And we're going to explore how we can use the new generative AI tools to do three important things and do them in fraction of time. What three important things? Designing dynamic lessons, creating differentiated content, and building engaging presentations. So let us start. Uh, I'm sure you all can correlate with this particular image that you can see, the video that you're seeing. Your room might be a bit different. Your number of piles on the table might be slightly different, but there is a specific heavy feeling, lot of coffees, your head in your hand. Well, it's kind of a ritual, right? And this is the reality for most educators. That Sunday night feeling is not about dreading the students, it is about dreading the work. Staring at that blank document, knowing you have to invent from scratch a way to, to make a complex topic engaging for 30 different brains. It is the endless grading, that stack of papers, or that folder of digital files that you have now you have to go through them and you have to have conversation with each student, and right now they all feel like a big mountain that you cannot climb. It is the administrative overload, the emails, the compliance forms, the newsletters, and 100 other tasks that are somehow all labeled urgent and have nothing to do with teaching. And all of this adds up to one crushing reality: no time to recharge. We are running on empty because our profession is asking us to do the impossible, to be a creative genius, a meticulous administrator, and a deeply present mentor, all at the same time, 24 cross 7. This feeling is a symptom. It is a symptom of much larger systematic problem in our profession. What is that particular thing? This symptom, it is basically the dual crisis that is facing our education today. First, the one we feel every single day, the unsustainable workload. This is the core of our burnout. We are drowning in tasks, right? Think about what matters most to you. It is that moment when a student finally understands a concept. Is it one-on-one mentoring conversation or designing a creative hands-on project? And now think about what percentage of your day you actually get to spend on that. For most of us, that what matters most is squeezed into margins. While the real work, the grading, the emails, the administrative tasks, the meetings, the crowd control, that takes up almost 90% of our time. And this leads directly to the second crisis, the one our students feel, student disengagement. While we are drowning in our workload, our students are drowning in boredom. And despite all the efforts, students report feeling disconnected. They say they lack meaningful, engaging experiences. So, we are actually living through a burnout epidemic. And to prove this, let us have some look at the data from US National Surveys. 50%. Half of all the educators in US report feeling burned out. And you know what the most shocking part of that number is? It means that educators, we, now lead all other professions in burnout rates. More than doctors, more than lawyers, more than any other field. And this is not just in our head, it is real, it is an epidemic. Why? Well, the next number tells exactly why. Plus 9. 9 extra hours every single week. Teachers work on average 9 hours more per week than similar working adults. And what happens when half of a profession is burned out and working 9 extra hours just to stay afloat? This 55% are planning to leave. And this number, this one is personal. Because in 2015, I became part of that 55%. After 25 years in my full time role at the university, I left. And it wasn't because I stopped loving my students. It wasn't because I lost my passion for my subject. It was because I looked at my schedule and realized I was spending more time in administrative meetings and on committees than I was actually teaching or supervising my PhD students. It felt like a colossal waste of my time, a waste of my skill, and a betrayal of my passion. And I know every single one of you has felt that feeling that the job is getting in the way of the work. This is the fire that is consuming our profession. And this is only half of the crisis. The other side, while we are getting burned out, our students are getting bored. And again, the data is shocking. First, you can see the chronic absenteeism. It is twice what it was before the COVID pandemic. Let that sink in. Double the number of students are not just showing up. And this is not just skipping classes, it means they are missing 10% or more of their school year, which is almost a month of learning gone. This is a massive red flag. And I think the second number is even more frightening. Depending upon the study, between 25 to 54% of our students who are physically sitting right in front of us, report that they are not engaged. They tell that they are lacking meaningful, engaging experiences at school. The good news is, while the students are not a mystery, they're very clear about what they want. When you ask them what makes a great class, they don't say less homework or easier text. They say, first, interesting material. They want us to make the content come alive. They're desperate for us to connect that 200-year-old novel or that abstract geometry theorem or any historical event to their world of social media, of gaming, of the problems they see right outside their window. Second, hands on learning. They're tired of being passive vessels. They want to do something. They want real world projects. They want opportunities to create, to build, to explore, and to apply the knowledge, not just memorize it for a test. And now, as you are reading this, you're probably all noting this is not a rocket science and this is just good teaching. And in fact, this is the very stuff that drives us. This is the fun part of teaching. This is why we all got into this profession in the first place. We live for that aha moment that comes from a great project. But now look at the line below. The very teaching that our current workload makes nearly impossible to deliver. This is the great tragic irony of our profession. The antidote to student engagement is great teaching, and the barrier to great teaching is the job of teaching. It is the ultimate catch 22. The students are begging for the very thing, the creative, in depth, hands on, personalized lessons that our Sunday night workload makes it impossible to provide. We are stuck in that loop, and for decades we have been told that the next piece of technology would be the thing to finally break us out. So, let us just put it all together. Let us map this catch 22 because it is truly a system. And it all starts right here at step one, the one size fits all model. This is the factory model classroom designed for efficiency, not for engagement. It is built to push 30 kids to the same content at the same pace, regardless of their learning styles, their passions, or their needs. And what is the immediate predictable result of a model that is not designed for engagement? Student disengagement. The diverse learners, the advanced kids who are bored, the students who need more support, the ones who just don't see the relevance, they are not reached. They check out. And what happens? What always happens in a classroom full of bright, energetic young people who are bored? Behavioral challenges. Disengagement doesn't look like quiet, thoughtful contemplation. It looks like disruption. It is the phones, the side conversations, acting out, and it is the classroom management nightmare. And what does that do to our day? Increased workload. Suddenly, we are not just a teacher, we are full time behavioral managers. We are spending more time managing problems, sending more emails, dealing with the symptoms of disengagement, all of which gets piled on top of our existing mountain of preparation and grading. And when you pile that on week after week, month after month, what is the final inevitable result? The burnout. Our capacity to innovate, our energy to create that amazing hands on project, our time to connect with that one student, it just erodes, it burns away. And here is the most tragic part of the entire cycle. When we are burned out, when we are exhausted, when our capacity to innovate is gone, what is the only thing we have the energy to fall back on? The one size fits all, the easy worksheet, the path of least resistance. And in that moment, the entire cycle starts all over again. This is the machine, this is the system, and this is the loop that is breaking our profession. And for almost as long as I can remember, in my entire 25-year academic career. We have been sold a steady stream of saviors. We have been told over and over that the next piece of technology would be the thing to finally break this cycle. Does this look similar? Familiar? First, our blackboards became smartboards. Then our textbooks became tablets. And then eventually our mountains of paper became learning management systems. I remember the rollout of smartboards, learning how to put your courses on learning management systems, the training, the promises that this would revolutionize the classroom. And what did most of us end up doing with them? We used them as very, very expensive projectors. We wrote on the smart boards with a special pen, just like we wrote on the blackboard. And that is the point. The problem was it was the exact same instruction, just delivered on a different medium. It was still one size fits all, one to many broadcast of information. It did not save us time. In fact, the buggy software and the need to upload everything often cost us time. And that ultimate goal of true personalization, of actually meeting every student where they are, that remained a distant, unattainable dream until now. And I'm here today to tell you that we are living through this right now. It is something which is very fundamentally different. And you might ask why? Why, after all those false promises, should you believe that this time is any different? Why is generative AI not just another smart board? And here is the most important single difference. All that other technology, the smart boards, the tablets, the learning management systems, they were all just new containers for the same old content. They were different, shinier way to display one size fits all lessons. This is the first technology that is not a container. It is an engine, it is a creator. This shift from container to creator is so fundamental that it is the basis of serious ongoing research. In fact, it is the work I'm deeply involved in. My co founder and I recently had a patent published called Neuropsycho AI, built on this exact concept. Its entire purpose is to combine insights from neuroscience with AI to finally break that one size fits all model for good. And that is why this time is different. We have moved from simple containers to intelligent creators. And this is not a futuristic concept anymore. It is here. And it is not about replacing us, it is about augmenting us. It is about becoming the most powerful co pilot we have ever had. So, this is the roadmap that I will be covering today. First, I will start with the foundation. I will spend a few minutes on the single most important skill you need, the prompt engineering. This is how you talk to AI to get what you want. Then we will dive into the first application, that is designing dynamic lessons. I will show you how to use AI as a co-pilot to create and differentiate entire units in a fraction of time. Next, we will move to the second application, generating content and assessment. This is the stuff, the worksheets, the readings, the rubrics, the quizzes will build high quality materials fast. And finally, the third application, creating stunning presentations. We will see how that particular process of creating presentations can be automated to build interactive visual experiences effortlessly. So let us start with the foundation. Now, I will not be going details in the complex computer science here. I will be focusing on two things you actually need to know how to get started. First, what is this stuff really? And second, what is the mindset and the skill required to make it useful? So, coming first to what it is. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that creates new original content. And this is the entire mindset shift. For last 20 years, our main tools has been Google, a search engine. A search engine is a giant library. It finds existing information, but generative AI is not a library. It is a factory. It makes new things. It can create. It It can create new text, new writing like lesson plan, email, poem. It can create images and visuals like a logo, a picture of historical event, or a video of Newton saying something. It can create new code and formulas. It can write software or complex Excel problems. It can even create audio and music. So it is our creative partner. A search engine finds what it is. A creative partner helps you build what could be. So, what are the tools we are going to talk about? The first is the most popular one, that is the ChatGPT itself. This is an all-purpose versatile tool for almost any text-based educational task. Then there is Google Gemini. This is the one that is built right into Google Worksheet, which is incredibly useful. And third, the most exciting are the education-specific platforms. These are the tools like Magic School AI, QueryPod, and DeFit, built by educators for educators. Both ChatGPT and Gemini work in more or less a similar fashion. You have to give them a prompt and you get a corresponding result. So let us move to the essential skill that is needed to talk with these tools, right? And the most essential skill that you need to master to be able to communicate with this AI is the skill of prompt engineering. This is now our new superpower. And prompt engineering is not very uh, very difficult. It is just a fancy term to the art and science of designing instructions to guide the AI towards a precise, high quality output. It is the difference between asking, make me a worksheet, and getting a useless junk versus asking for exactly what you need and getting a specific, a very perfect first draft. There is a saying in AI, garbage in and garbage out. With generative AI, it becomes vague prompt in and vague junk out. Mastering this one skill, learning how to ask for what you want clearly, is what transforms uh, uh, transforms AI from a simple question and answer machine into a sophisticated cognitive partner. So, how to design an effective prompt? An effective prompt has basically three key ingredients. First, you have to provide the context. You have to give the AI its role. Don't just ask it for a worksheet. Tell it act as a fifth grade science teacher. That is the role. Then, second, clarify the task and format. Be specific. Use action verbs. Do you want it to create a table, write a 500-word essay, or generate a bulleted list? It cannot read your mind. So tell it the structure you want. Third, define the audience and tone. Who is this for? Is it a formal academic style? Or is it like explain this in terms for a 10-year-old? This changes the output completely. That's it. Three things: role, task, and tone. And here is what you can see the difference between a prompt that wastes your time and one that saves it. This is the big prompt: make a worksheet about nouns. This is what people who start with AI initially do, and they get frustrated and quit. It is very generic, it is uninspired, it has no direction, it has no role, no specific task, and no audience. And the result, we get a generic, useless, one size fits all worksheet that we cannot even use. Now look at this. This is a strong prompt. It starts with a role: act as a third grade ELA teacher. It clarifies the task: create a differentiated worksheet on common and proper nouns. Right away, you can see the difference. This prompt gives a specific role, a clear task, and a target audience. The AI now has a job to do and a target to aim for. And here you can see the complete prompt uh, that can be used as it is to create this particular worksheet. Now we understand how to make the prompt. So there are three important things: role, task, and tone. Next comes uh, you know the next part of it is what is needed out here. So your first instinct might be that whatever you have got from the AI that is 99% perfect, let us just copy it, paste it, and print it and walk into the classroom. And this is the moment I would need you to stop. And why? Because this is the most important rule or I would say uh, the the key takeaway of this presentation. This is the one principle that separates a responsible, effective professional from a reckless one. It is the human in the loop principle. Look at this image. It is not a robot replacing a human. It is a robot partnering with a human. And here is why this is non-negotiable. And I need you to burn this into your memory. Even the best AI output is only a first draft. The AI is your assistant. You are the expert. You are the educator. You are the professional who provides the final expert validation. Why? Because these tools, as amazing as they are not perfect, and they fail in some very specific, very dangerous ways. They hallucinate, they make up stuff. It's not lying, it doesn't have intent, but it will state false information as if it is a proven fact. It will invent historical dates, it will create fake codes, it will cite academic papers that do not exist. It is just a probabilistic engine, not a factual database. You, the human expert, must be the fact checker. Second, embedded bias. The AI was trained on all of us, on the entire internet. And that means it was trained on all of our worst parts too. Its training data is filled with prejudice and gaps. And if you're not looking for it, it can generate content that is culturally biased, that reinforces gender or racial stereotypes. You are the ethical and moral filter. And finally, and most importantly, for us, it lacks context. It does not know your classroom. It does not know your specific students. It does not know that half of your class is struggling with reading. It does not know that your students are really excited about a specific upcoming event. Even it does not know what you taught yesterday. It has no nuance. It can give you a generic answer, but you are the expert who must refine that answer to fit the specific, unique human context of your classroom. So let us put it all to work. We are going to start with the biggest, most time consuming, most creatively draining task we all face, designing lessons and units. And I guess this is one of the most important part of our work. We start with the blank page, the blinking cursor, the giant invisible mountain of planning that we have to, climb before we can do anything else. We'll see how we can turn this mountain into a molehill. Now, the first thing that we can do is we can start with a creative spark. Every great lesson begins with a great hook, that one question or a story that pulls students in. But to be honest, coming up with fresh new hooks for the same topic year after year is challenging. And this is where the AI Copilot is an unbelievable partner. Let us say we take a topic, a fifth grade science lesson on water cycle. We have all taught it, we all know the diagram. How do we make it fresh? So we will just see how we can do that by using a strong prompt and how we can convert it to a, let us say, the narrative style. So this is the prompt we can give, right? And in 10 seconds, you can have a fully formed, brilliant, ready to use starting point that you can see out here, the narrative style, and the hook is ready, right? Now, hook is just the start. What about the entire lesson plan? So look at this prompt. This is the exact prompt you would write. It has all the three elements of the foundation, role, task, and the tone, audience. And we are not just saying it, make a lesson. We are specifying the model, create a detailed 5E lesson plan. We are giving it the context in the audience, a 60-minute fifth grade science class on water cycle. We give it our standards. We give it the practical constraints. We even ask for the assessment. This is a complete, beautiful prompt, very specific, very professional. It is giving the AI a clear job, a format, and an expert level requirements, right? By doing this particular prompt, we can have the complete lesson plan ready for us to see, that you can see out here, the what the AI has generated. not in an hour, not in 30 minutes, within 2 or 3 minutes. And you can see it delivered on every single point of our prompt. Now, uh, the important thing, as we have been talking about, okay, fine, we got the lesson plan and everything. The question that comes is, the differentiation. We have always known that it works. It is like what works. And we have always known that, we cannot judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. It is a failing strategy. But we have also known that creating 3, 4, or 5 separate versions of a lesson every single night is not just difficult, it is impossible to sustain. And it has been this ideal we could talk about, but never truly do. This is the moment that changes it. This is where AI finally moves differentiation from an impossible, soul crushing burden into a simple, manageable workflow. You don't need to start over, you don't need a new complex tool. You just continue the conversation. You give AI a simple follow up prompt. This is it. This is the entire magic prompt. It takes a previous lesson plan and suggests specific differentiation strategies for 3 different student groups. So, we saw how we can use AI to brainstorm a hook, build a complete 5-year lesson plan, and even use it for differentiation strategies for different student groups. The plan is done, but then comes the next step. The lesson plans that we have just built, it needs materials, it needs leveled readings, it needs vocabulary lists, worksheets, and the assessments to bring it to life, right? So how we can use AI, that is the next step. And this is where we move from general purpose tools like ChatGPT to specialized education tools by educators. For example, Magic School AI. It is a suite of tools. It has over 60 different specialized tools for teachers. It has a rubric generator, a YouTube video question generator, a text leveler. It's kind, you can think of it as a all-in-one assistant for dozen different tasks. All right. And then there is Diffit, which is like a surgeon scalpel. It is like a kind of an indispensable specialist. It does one thing and it does it with absolute brilliance. It takes any text, an article, a website, a video transcript, and it can adapt it for any reading level, complete with vocabulary list, summaries, and comprehension questions. And these are the tools which are basically really saving the time that we have to spend day by day for preparation. Okay, so our lesson plan is built. We have the tools like Diffit, and our content is ready. Our reading list, vocabulary list is also done. Now, what is the next task that is left? The next task is the assessment. It is the next big headache. We have to find out if the students have actually understood any of it. We have to create the assessment. And to be honest, like, writing another set of quiz for the exact same topic you have taught for 10 years in a row is difficult. It's not just writing the questions, it is brain numbing work of trying to invent 3 new, clever but wrong answers. It's a massive time sink. And this is one of the single best, most practical things you can delegate to your AI copilot. And this is how you do it. The prompt that you're seeing out here, this is the one which is actually going to do that. We give it the role. You are an expert assessment creator for high school US history. We give it a task, create 5 rigorous multiple choice questions. And then the key, we specifically ask for 1 correct answer and 3 plausible but incorrect distractions. And this one phrase, plausible distractors, is the key, right? And we also ask it for the answer key with brief explanation, so that now AI is not only creating the assessment, but it is also creating the review sheet for us. All right. And this is how you can make check for understanding done in few minutes. Just small maths, rubric creation, text labeling, quiz writing, that is hours of our week every week. And using these tools, we can get those hours back. We take those hours saved and we reinvest. Reinvest them away from paperwork and back into student interaction and feedback, back into human warmth. The last thing that we were going to talk about is the presentation, the final challenge. And we all know a compelling presentation isn't just a wall of text, it needs a clear information hierarchy, real visual engagement, interactive elements to keep students awake, and a professional design. And we also know creating all this is a major time sink. This is the part of our nights where we just give up and use that same boring 10-year-old template. But if we can also automate this part, let's see if we can or not. So there are tools like SlideGo and QueryPod to make the presentations on the go. Think of SlideGo as your instant designer. Its superpower is taking simple text prompt and generating a complete, professionally designed slide deck. It is complete. It adds the text, the layouts. It even adds the relevant images, all just from your prompt. So you have a ready to use presentation available to you within minutes. And then there is QueryPort. This is more like an engagement designer. It does the same thing, but it has been automatically designed to embed interactive features. Just from your prompt, it will build the slides, but it will also add polls, word crowds, interactive questions right into the slide deck. It is designed to turn a boring lecture into an active two-way conversation, right? And again, it starts with the same thing, prompt. You just have to give it the right prompt. And right now, what we can do and think of is that why we are doing all this. We are doing all this to get our time back. The goal of this is not efficiency for the sake of efficiency. The goal is not to do 40 hours of work in 30 hours just so that we can be given 10 more hours of work. The goal is this. The goal is to buy back the time. We are automating the administrative drudgery, the clerical, the content factory part of our job so that we can free ourselves to do the work that only humans can do. AI cannot do the mentoring to a group of students. It cannot read the room. It cannot see the look of confusion on one student's face or the spark of an idea in another's. It cannot build a human relationship. That is the real work of teaching. This is entire revolution. It's not about technology replacing teachers. It's about technology liberating teachers. It's about buying back our time and our energy from the machine part of our job so we can reinvest it in the human part of our job. And with this, I would say that we are like almost at the end. And you might be thinking, like, there was so much to cover. And actually, I think I had been a bit faster because I thought I might not be able to complete everything within an hour. But we are almost at the end now. So your brain might be probably full. You might be excited. You might be, just a little bit overwhelmed. And you might be thinking, okay, this is great, Amita, but where do we even start? So this is my final ask. My call to action for you is not to go home and try and change your entire curriculum overnight. Please don't do that. That just creates a new kind of a problem. The journey begins with a single non-scary step. First, start small. Pick one small thing from today, just one prompt. Maybe you will try to brainstorm one lesson home. Maybe you will run one article through Diffit. That's it. Second, experiment. Be curious, be playful. Try it this week in low stakes way. See what happens, see what breaks, see what surprises you. Third, share. Please talk to each other. Turn to a trusted colleague in the staff room and say, I tried this AI thing and it was actually kind of cool. Or it was a complete disaster. Let us laugh about it. And because this is the most important part, this is not a solitary journey, we must build this together. The future of this profession will not be decided by tech companies. It is going to be built classroom by us, by educators together. And I want you to leave with one final thought with this entire message for today. The future is not less human, it is profoundly more so. We are not automating our profession, we are automating the drudgery. We are automating the paperwork to liberate ourselves, to buy back our time so we can focus on the one glorious, irreplaceable thing that only we can do, to connect, to inspire, and to be human. Thank you very much. And I guess we are open for the questions.
Wonderful, Amita. Thank you so much for another amazing session at GSDC. So as you said, that will be open for questions now. So I request all the participants drop all the questions in the chat box so we can cover all the questions. So as we still have 10 to 15 minutes to for a Q&A. So Amita, meanwhile, I'll just quickly check if you got any question across live platform.
Yeah, please.
All right. So before I just read all the questions for you, do you want to quickly tell them about the task that you have for all the participants?
Yeah, I do not have that one right now with me. Just give me a moment if I close the slide and open my email, the one which I send you. Is it okay?
No worries. I have already included the task in my slide. If you want, I can share the slide from my
Yeah, that
end.
would be great.
And
That
then,
would be really great. So I stop sharing it. You please share it.
okay. Can you see me? Is it visible?
It's coming. Yeah, now it's visible. Okay. So maybe I can just introduce everyone with the task. So the task is that you have to use AI to brainstorm three distinct and engaging ways to introduce a topic you teach. All right. And the idea is basically, instead of just starting with the standard opening, today we are going to learn about this and all that stuff, your mission is you are going to choose a topic. So you can choose any upcoming lesson topic: photosynthesis, American Revolution, character development, whatever you want to do. You define your goal. Your objective is to generate three different types of hook to capture student curiosity from the very beginning of the lesson, right? And you have to use the AI to do that. You can choose any of the tools: ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude, or Perplexity, whatever you are using. You have to engineer your prompt. So you can copy and paste the starter prompts that I've given out here. For example, act as an expert curriculum designer. For here, you enter your lesson, generate three creative and engaging lesson hooks to introduce this topic. So it can be a narrative hook, a short first person story to build empathy or context. Then what if scenarios, like a provocative question to spark critical thinking and debate, or it can be a visual prompt, a description of compelling image on an object for students to analyze. All right. And then once the three outputs are generated by the AI, it comes your part to critique those particular output and review those three hooks and share which one is most compelling for your students, for you, and how can you improve upon it. And as like out here, like you can check it out, why which one is more favorite and why you like it more, and how starting a lesson with this particular hook can change the energy of your classroom compared to the conventional approaches. Today we are going to talk about this. All right. So this is the task, and I would definitely appreciate if you can share these reflections on social media with the right tags, which Preetham will be telling you out.
Yes, thank you so much, Amita, for sharing the task. I request all the participants take a screenshot of this task. Also, I've shared the task in the chat box, so you can take a note of it. And please do complete the task, and please do share it with us. You can post it over your social media by tagging GSDC and Amita. We are happy to see the responses over there. So please do complete the task and tag us. Do not forget to tag us because that's how we'll able to track you, right? So we'll quickly. I hope you all have taken the screenshot, so I can move to the next slide and we can start with the Q&A. All right. So, Amita, we'll start with the Q&A. I can see the question that we have got from Ademola. Are there any procedures to follow for effective prompt generation? Amita, you're on mute actually. We can't hear you.
Sorry, that's really a very good question, Adimola, and very important one because that is the way we start. There have to be specific prompts which should be followed. As I mentioned, like you have to have specific role defined, right? Like who is designing that? So it's an like, are you asking it as a teacher of fifth grade, as a college teacher, as a particular subject teacher, subject matter expert? So you have to specify the role. All right. The task has to be very clear about it. You have to be very precise about what do you want it to do. And then definitely the tone in which you want the response. So these are three critical elements of a prompt which should be defined. Beside that, you can also use AI itself to improve your prompt. So you can say that this is what I want to do. This is the prompt. Is it good enough? And you can learn the effective prompt engineering using the AI, the generative AI tools itself. It's kind of a feedback circle that you can take up and make it work. All right. And beside that, there are different types of prompts depending upon what depth and what level you want to go into. So there are like, chain of thought prompts, tree of thought prompts. So there are different strategies of designing a prompt. And today we are not just talking about prompt engineering. Today we are also talking about context engineering. So how to effectively work with the AI. So there are very specific, very methods which can be learned and which can be explored and improved upon, and they are still developing. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Amita, for answering this one. Can see the another question we have got it from Wilmer. Are there any enterprise SaaS AI tools that is specifically designed for educational institution?
Yes, there are certain tools which have been designed specifically for educators. Like, for example, I talked about the Magic School AI, which is basically very good for making presentations specifically for teaching purposes because it generates the lesson plans, assessments, rubrics, everything. Then DIFIT, which is like good for creating differentiation reading levels and transform any text or article into different reading levels instantly. Then there is QueryPort, which is used to generate, ready to teach slide decks built in with built-in engagements. Then slides go. There's brisk teaching. So there is a large number of tools available which are there. And beside that, like for example, the Khan Mingo, which is developed by Khan Academy. It's a tool which is acting like a conversational Socratic tutor that guides students to find answers for themselves rather than, providing them directly. So that is there. Even Gemini and um, ChatGPT has some specific GPTs which are designed to act as a learning partner, which can be used. So there are large number of tools which are available, which can be used depending upon what is the requirement and how you're going to go for that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much answering this one. So I got one question across live. The question asked by Smita: how can educators practically use generative AI to personalize lessons plan for students with different learning speeds?
Yes, that is a very important question. And I guess that is really the most, I would say, important part of it. So, as I showed in the uh, presentation, we can have our existing lesson plan and we can ask AI to generate the differentiation. So, for example, you have three different type of students. Maybe uh, one is someone which requires, and like let us say the student has lot of curiosity towards astronomy and something. So for that particular student, you can have the specific changes made, what changes to be made within the existing lesson plan, not the complete change altogether, not making the complete lesson altogether, but specific changes within the existing lesson plan so that that child gets more interested. Maybe some particular hook, maybe adding a small story out there. That differentiation AI can help you out with. So using the specific context of what your students require, giving that kind of a prompt to the AI, and you can get the differentiation available to you. I hope that answers, Smita.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. There's another question. What are some simple ways teachers can start integrating AI tool into existing lesson design without needing technical expertise?
Yes, and that is the most important part, because that it is like how you start, right, altogether. So I would say start with one of the tools. There are certain tools which are now part of, like Oxford gives you chat gpt assist, and there are other universities also which have been partnering with these things. So take up one, like for example, if you already are using Google Classroom, then Gemini is available to you. So you use one of the tools which is available to you and start with the next topic that you have in mind. Let us say you have a class next Monday. What topic you're going to take on that particular class? Start with that. Ask it for a hook, because the hook is the starting point. Once that is done, then the next thing happens. So see, using that hook, how the energy of your classroom changes. This will also motivate you to learn more, use it more, and this is also going to help the students to engage more, and you will be able to see the difference between using AI tools and not using AI tools. So I would say start with small steps, and as you slowly and slowly, as you get more confidence with it, you can definitely incorporate it into all the aspects of your teaching workload.
Wonderfully answered. Thank you so much, Amita. There's another follow-up question. Can you share an example where AI significantly improved learner engagement or content retention in your experience so far?
Well, I think I did mention about our patent neuropsycho AI. So we did a small pilot study for that, and we had found that most of the students, like it was a simple survey of about it. I would not say it was a very great number of students that we talked about, but it was a small, pilot study, and we found that the students, when we were giving them personalized content using the AI, the level of the understanding that improved with as compared to non-AI, the same one fit all solution, and not just their understanding, their engagement also improved. So I would say yes, and I'm sure there will be other studies happening right now which will be publishable. So um, definitely yes.
Great. Thank you so much, Amita, for answering all the question. Um, I don't think so any other question that we have received over chat box. So dear participants, if you have any question for Amita later on, feel free to reach out to her. I have already shared her LinkedIn profile link in the chat box. I believe she's happy to help you all. So please do reach out to her. And I do have some great announcements. So stay connected till the end. And before I take the handover of the mic, Amita, do you want to share final thoughts to all our participants?
Yes, my final thought is I would say teaching is the one of the best career. From my personal experience, I would say, especially when I was able to teach it. And using AI, if we can bring that teaching spark back into the profession, that would be wonderful, not only for us, but for also our students and future generation. So I do hope we are able to use AI to bring that spark back into our profession.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing such a wonderful thought. And thank you very much, all the participants, for wonderful questions. So, as I said, that have some quick announcement for all of you. So, this is regarding the today's featured certification. We had a session on you can opt out for any of these certifications: certified generative AI for HR and L&D, and certified professional coach. You can opt out this certification using this promo code, which is Coach AI 20, to get 20% off on this, as these certifications are globally recognized certification. You'll get learning resources where you'll be getting case studies to work on, e-learnings, book of knowledge, and these certifications are lifelong learnings, which gives you learning flexibility, and you'll be getting chance to connect with our training partner channel, and you'll be having a lot of opportunity to work on the capstone project. That is something real-time AI simulation practice. So do grab this opportunity. I've already shared the offer details link and the promo code in the chat box. And this is utility tool. You must of you are already aware. I have been announcing this about this tool. You can use this AUG 100 to get 100% off, which is completely free, and this is only for our webinar attendees. This tool will help you to improve your LinkedIn profile score, your AI skill score. Also, it will help you to build your personal brand, and it will help you to build your AI generated resumes. I've already shared the link in the chat box, utility tool. You can check that out. I'll share it again after this announcement. And we're running this another webinar series on L&D, real world L&D case studies across industry. We have amazing panel of speaker aligned for this as well, which is started from 3rd November till 21st November, right? So do join us for this. And also we are running this another webinar series on ISO 42001 and ISO 27001 across industry. And we have these industry experts aligned for this as well. This is started from 3rd November, happening till 21st November, with the time slot that is 10:30 p.m. Singapore time, 9:30 p.m. 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So do join us for all this session. I've already shared the registration link, WhatsApp group link in the chat box. And we're running this another AI tool series. We have scheduled this earlier for 28 days, and on demand we have extended this till 100 days, where all the AI experts align for this series, and they are giving us live demo sessions with practical walkthrough on each AI tool that is present in the market. So do join us for this as well. This is started from 18 August with the time slot that is 12:30 a.m. Singapore time, 10:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 a.m. Eastern time, and 10 p.m. IST, which is Indian Standard Time. So do join us for all the remaining sessions. And we do have these three winners who have referred maximum people to our session. I would love to quickly show you all where you can check all the points that you have earned so far. You just have to go to our website and just access our event web page. Here, if you scroll down little bit, you'll able to see the search bar, right? You can search your name here. You can see this is our leaderboard, and you can see your name. You can check your name and check how many points that you have earned. So referring people to sessions like this, you are taking step ahead to becoming a thoughtful leader. So do refer maximum people, as we'll be getting back to them for the rewards that is worth $400, right? So do refer people. I'll be announcing all the final winners by the end of this webinar series, that is tomorrow. So do refer maximum people to our session. Now coming back to the main slide, if you want to be speaker for our upcoming events as a featured global speaker, feel free to reach out to us. You can share your speaker profile with me at preetham@gsdcouncil.org, and I'm happy to take it further. We do have the global platform like Learning Capsule, webinar, and podcast, right? So feel free to reach out to us in case if you want to be speaker for our upcoming events. We'd love to connect with you all. You can scan this QR, connect with us over LinkedIn, check our website to get more information, to check all the offerings that GSDC has for all of you, and connect with us over the WhatsApp group to get daily update on events, webinar, boot camps that we often conduct. And please do share your valuable feedback on Trustpilot. Um, and thank you so much for joining today's session. I hope to see you all for the remaining sessions as well. Until then, take care of yourself and keep learning. Thank you so much, Amita, for joining today's session. I hope to see you all again. Thank you. Bye.